Oke.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good evening, my friends. Thank you for attending in this presentation. My name is Abraham Firdaus Gofur, and my presentation today is about tips for successful project planning. And I'm going to divide this presentation into two parts. The first part is about self-preparation, and the second part is about collaboration with other stakeholders. And I would be glad to answer your question at the end of my presentation. So let me begin with the first part. The first tips of successful project planning for the self-preparation is learn more about your project. Before you decide to choose a project, you have to get you have to try to get information as much as you can that related to the project. You can talk to your peer or your boss or your supervisor or the other department to get the information, and you can also try to research, learn it by going to library or internet research. The second tips of self-preparation in successful project planning is create a roadmap. After you decide to choose a project, try to set a defined goal. Then you can create a roadmap, and you can communicate the roadmap to all your stakeholders. Get from them insight and input about your project. The third tips of successful project planning in terms of self-preparation is you can create a list of tasks and indicators. It's like a to-do list, but it includes all the tasks that bring you all you have to do to achieve your goal of the project, and add some indicators to warn us about the progress. And the fourth tips is identify the risk and mitigation. We cannot expect that our project go without the risk to fail. So you can identify the risk and mitigate them. You can also make a priority list. The fifth tips is create a budget. You have a limitation in time and budget. You cannot go without plan on budget. So use it wisely. The second part of my preparation is about the collaboration to the other stakeholders. The first tips from me is try to talk to your team. You will not go far without your team. Communicate them and delegate the task. Ask them to help you. Give a reward. The second tips of the second part is you have to set the progress timeline and reporting. You have to communicate the other stakeholder about this. It includes your team, your boss, your company, the client, and so on. It will be wasted if your work is no longer useful to the company or other stakeholder. In conclusion, inshallah everything will be okay if we can plan it well. That's the end of my presentation. I would be glad to answer your question. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.